Are you sure you're ready? Is it going? Alright. Welcome to the daily morning routine. We're going to start off with 16 ounces of water. Obviously, I've already had my water for the day, so I'm just going to do a little for the video. So, number 2 after our 16 ounces of water and lemon is going to be our morning move. So we're going to do a downward dog to cobra flow. I'm just going to walk you guys through these, try to show you a form, give you some good cues, something you guys can try out for yourselves. So, dropping down into that downward dog pose. I like to look at it as sort of making a little bit of a triangle here with your body. Just trying to hike those hips up a little bit, get a little bit of shoulder mobility here. You got a couple separate motions you can do. So I'm just pressing away, let my heels come towards the floor, and additionally, I'll pedal my heels out on their own to really just loosen up that body. Again, this is first thing in the morning. I found this to be one of the most effective ways to just get warm, get into it. Good, so right from here, once I feel loose and good, I'm gonna drop in, go right into what I call a cobra pose, known in the yoga world. So we're just relaxing the hips. I wanna press my shoulders up and away from my ears. It's a mistake a lot of people can make. And from here, I'm gonna do just some small rotations through my shoulders, my hips, just getting nice and loose. Good, so I'm gonna do this for a total of 60 seconds. That includes both moves. So I'll come back, do this one. So usually I get about 2 or 3 times through. Just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Next we have a full squat hold. We got a few options. If you have a squat rack or anything like that, you can use the rack itself to hold yourself up. If you can do this motion without it, perfect. But for the easiest version, I'm gonna use something simple like this couch. We're gonna drop into a squat. Go to where you can go. Don't try to force it. Don't put yourself in a spot where it hurts. But drop in. So some people, I'll give you a little factoid. I started here. This is about as far as I could get. And now, as I continue to progress, I can get my way all the way into the position pretty comfortably. I'm not quite there where I won't tip over. That's what the couch is here for. It's holding me up. I'm getting my body used to and comfortable in this position. 60-second hold on that one. Next, we're going to do full range of motion, ankle mobility. This is something that I think is neglected by many and needs to be addressed. So here we are doing it every single day. Very simple foam roller. Even better yet, I can grab a pillow, something basic, anything to get my ankle up off the floor. So here we are, full range of motion. We're gonna do 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. 4 different motions. So we're gonna stretch, we're gonna flex, we're gonna rotate all the way around from the outside, and then we're gonna rotate all the way around from the inside, and that's 1. I'm gonna repeat that process until I do each one 10 times. Next, we have some good old-fashioned vacuums. These are not the most common exercise, but I found it to be extremely effective. This is going to help train your cardiovascular system. It's also going to increase your ability to stay strong in some of the basic movements that we do, because this is going to affect your transverse abdominis. So it's the inner core muscles. So it's not your six-pack abs that everybody talks about. It's going to be the inner muscles that provide so much value to your life. So here we go. I'll show you. Take this guy off real quick. Basically, you're going to want to take some nice deep breaths before you get started. So I'm just going to do that now. Get myself really calm and relaxed. So what we're going to end up doing here is taking all the air out of our body and sucking it in tight, 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 tight. Trying to bring our belly button into our spine. So I'll just give you an example of what that looks like. So here we go. I'm going to pull this up. This is just my standard normal stomach. No flexing, no nothing. Just here we are. Catch my breath. So you see, you can even get a little lightheaded with this, so you have to be careful. But the point is, I don't know how long that was, maybe 10 to 15 seconds, right? Not very long. We're going to do this for a total of 60 seconds every morning. The goal is to work up to where you can hold for the full 60 seconds. I think when I'm fully into it, I could really push myself to about 30, 40 right now. So that's going from, you know, where I could barely even vacuum, and some people may be there, you really struggle to even get the vacuum, let alone hold the breath for very long. So allow yourself the patience and the kindness to know that we all start somewhere and we're gonna move forward. So from there, we're gonna do what's called an ATG split squat. ATG is a company out there who's doing a lot of fitness stuff. I don't know much about them, but I do know that this split squat works amazing, and I'm gonna use it every morning, and I have been. So, very simple movement, but we're gonna take our time with this. If you need assistance on any of these movements, please have a chair, your couch, something. You know, I can come from this angle here and use the couch as assistance. We're getting down into your standard lunge position, very common. A lot of people will recognize this. But what we're gonna do here, let me scooch over for you. I don't need the couch right now. What we're gonna do here is we're actually going to track the knee way over the toes, and we're gonna allow our heel to come up. So what we wanna do is get our butt all the way down, as you can see right here. If you can get a good angle, obviously this isn't the funnest of shots, but it's okay, it goes on. So we're trying to get our butt all the way down to the heel, and then if you can see here, I'm nice and stretched in the back. Now to go more advanced, we're gonna tuck and raise. But now you can see, look what happens to me here. I get that elevation off, so I'm not there yet. I need to stay here. I can't tuck and raise yet, but I can get the full range. And some may not even be able to get there yet. That is the point of the daily routine. So you may be here as your regression. You're gonna be fully relaxed, and you're just slowly building that stretch where your toes can flex and you can keep your butt all the way down onto your ankle. Now, if you're at this place and you need to build your way up, here's what we're doing. We're staying here, we're going here, and we're one by one, stretch, stretch. We're not trying to stand, we're just doing the stretch. Getting our body used to the positioning and the form. And we're gonna do this 5 by 5. So I think I pumped out about 5 on that side. I'm gonna switch over to the other side so you can get maybe a different angle, a better angle on this side. This is actually my injury side. I had knee surgery this past summer. A lot of ankle mobility issues. So the fact that I can get here virtually pain-free, very happy about. So, same motion, same idea. I'm here, dropping that toe, and flex, and flex. And now you can see I get that motion here. That's the tightness in my hips. As I get more flexible and mobile, my butt here and ankle will not move, and I'll only be able to sink deeper and deeper and deeper into it. Good. So very simple, but you can see it's really good for the hips. It's going to build you up to be able to be more mobile throughout the knee, the ankle, and the hips. What a beneficial move. Good job, ATG. Next is an optional, because not everyone has the option to do this, but it's going to be hanging, and there's tons of benefits to this, but we're going to do a standard hang. I'm going to cut to a little snippet that I have for that, and you'll see just hanging. I have a bar in the door. Boom, that works great. If you have, again, access to something that you can hang from, please take advantage of it. I don't know of any specific alternatives that I could think of that are household other than just getting the old in the door thing. Last but not least, we're going to do some full range of motion, banded shoulder mobility. So if you notice as we've gone through this, we're trying to hit every single part of our body as we go through, really get full range of motion throughout each and every joint. So I like to do this seated personally. I like to do half of my reps with my hips this way, and then the other half with the hips rotated the other way. I'm a little finicky that way. Some you can just stand up, no worries. But for me, this helps me kind of really focus on my hip posture and my placement and rotating in and out. Sometimes I'll even get a little fancy and add in what's called a 90-90 stretch. So you get in this position here, I'm in that 90-90. This can be quite challenging for some just to get into it. But I will do my mobilities this way because it gets me into a very unique position on each side, and then I'll rotate and do the other side. Choice is yours, but for now, we'll keep it simple and we'll go through. So, taking a standard tube band here, this is a green lighter type of band. So because of the lightness, it's a little bit too light for me now. I started where I'm out on the handles here, having a hard time with it, right? So we're gonna roll in until we get tighter and tighter and tighter, whatever spot you're in. So for this video, I'll go to 1. Some people might go to 2. Whatever your mobility is, your strength is gonna be on you. So I wanna make sure I'm in a nice, good position, get loosey-goosey, and we're gonna do 3 different rounds. Obviously we have 3 different heads of the shoulder, so we're trying to get all the way around. So we're gonna start from the bottom, And what we're going to do here, since this is the warm-up, is we're going to take our time and do this slowly. Now in a workout phase, we do this much quicker. So here, boom, power through, all the way down and around. Boom, power through. Let's not run into the old wall there. So here we go, power up all the way around. So we're starting with that very full range of motion. We're going to hit every single part of the shoulder. And what you want to do as you come through here is just see how your body reacts. So as I come to the top, you're naturally going to open up here, right? Some people may not even be able to get to this position, but here's the bonus. You see how I'm opened here? I'm still capable of coming back into position. And this is, of course, from lots of practice doing this, but I'm capable of coming into position and going all the way through. And that's what this is training. This is going to be able to allow your shoulders to go through their full range of motion with less pain and much more ease. So from here, we're going to go on to our next one. We're going to go up overhead, and we're pulling straight back, making a nice cross pattern here. Straight back. And as you get more warmed up and used to this, because at this point in the warm-up I'm feeling pretty good, I'm really just trying to get those muscles firing, get them going. Boom. And then last but not least, we're going to start from the back side, and we're going to rotate out. So we already have our band here. We're rotating our wrists out to get that full range out of our shoulder that we can get, and we're going to slowly come from the back all the way to the top. And you can see the band is rolling over my wrist. That's how I know I'm maintaining my position. If I can keep it over my wrist in front of me, I know I'm maintaining my position all the way through. And this is quite a compromised position for the shoulders, but because we're doing it under a very light load and under control, we have the opportunity to really increase the strength, mobility, and structure within the joint. And just like that, the morning routine is done. If you'd like to do additional opportunities, I will list those in the next parts of the clip. Of course, we have our 10 to 20 minutes of reading, 10 to 20 minutes of journaling, and 10 to 20 minutes of meditating directly following the morning move routine. And that would complete about a full hour of power.